Hey everyone, welcome to Andrea Speaks TV, where I bring you commentary you can use. I'm back with another live episode, actually breaking news. So I'm getting reports that this is according to NBC News. Okay, so the article says that Ukraine, the country of Ukraine, sounds the alarm about possible cholera outbreak in Russian occupied Mariupol. Okay, listen to that, y'all. So and we talked about this on a recent live. We've gone from, you know, the main disease or illness from this most recent pandemic. You all know what I'm talking about. To just recently, we're, seeing more and more reports about monkeypox. Okay. And now here we are. What is today? June 7th, 2022. And we're getting reports that in another country, in a European, in the European country of Ukraine, they're saying that there's a possible cholera outbreak. Okay, so I want to bring you some news and information on that, and also get your thoughts. Okay, thank you all so much for tuning in. Whether you're watching now live or by replay, I want to thank you so much for your support. So I'm going to read some of the article that I have here. Okay. All right. So according to NBC News, it says Ukraine sounds the alarm about possible cholera outbreak in Russian-occupied Mariupol. Okay. Mariupol, the article says, the Ukrainian city relentlessly bombed and besieged by Russian forces for months, could now be facing a deadly cholera outbreak, local officials have warned. Okay, now you may say, okay, Andrea, what is cholera? I want to read to you exactly what cholera is. So give me just a moment. Let me type this in. All right, so here's what the World Health Organization has to say about cholera. Okay. So again, this information comes from the World Health Organization website. Key facts about cholera. Okay. Well, actually symptoms. Okay. So I'll read key facts. I'll tell you what cholera is, and then we'll talk about symptoms. So cholera says, according to the World Health Organization, is an acute diarrheal infection caused by ingestion of food or water that has been contaminated with the bacterium Vibrio cholerae. Okay. Cholera remains a global threat to public health and an indicator of inequity and lack of social development. Okay. Some key facts about cholera, according to the World Health Organization, most of those infected will have no or mild symptoms and can be successfully treated with oral rehydration solution. Okay. It says a global strategy on cholera control, ending cholera, a global roadmap to 2030 with a target to reduce those who lose their life to cholera by 90% was launched in 2017. Researchers have estimated that each year there are 1.3 to 4.0 million cases of cholera. If left untreated, it says it can cause loss of life within hours. It says provision of safe water and sanitation is critical to prevent and control the transmission of cholera and other waterborne diseases. Several cases will need rapid treatment with intravenous fluids and antibiotics. And thank you all so much for those now watching live or by replay. Please make sure that you help support the channel by liking this video, sharing this video, and I would like to also invite you to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so you all see the title. I'm on here talking about there are reports now that there is a cholera outbreak or possible cholera outbreak in Ukraine. Okay, I want to know your thoughts about this. This is just coming out. It says oral cholera things, okay, the V word, should be used in conjunction with improvements in water and sanitation to control cholera outbreaks and for prevention in areas known to be high risk for cholera. Okay, So that's according to the World Health Organization. It also, okay, the World Health Organization also says it takes between 12 hours and 5 days for a person to show symptoms after ingesting contaminated food or water. It can affect both children and adults. It says most people infected do not develop any symptoms, although the bacteria are present. It looks like in the feces for 1 to 10 days after infection and are shed back into the environment, potentially infecting other people. Okay, think about that, y'all. It says also on the World Health Organization website, among people who develop symptoms, the majority have mild or moderate symptoms, while a minority develop acute watery diarrhea with severe dehydration. This could lead to loss of life if untreated. Okay, just to give you a little history about cholera, again, I'm reading from the World Health Organization website. During the 19th century, cholera spread across the world from its original reservoir in the Ganges Delta in India. 6 subsequent pandemics caused loss of life for millions of people across all continents. The current or 7th pandemic started in South Asia in 1961, reached Africa in 1971, and Americas in 1991. Okay, cholera is now endemic in many countries. Okay, and let me make sure, because I've seen that term before, endemic. Let me tell you all what that definition is. Okay, endemic. Okay, according to the Oxford Dictionary, it says endemic. Let's see. Regularly found among particular people or in a certain area. It says also native and restricted to a certain place. Okay. So they're saying that, I guess basically it's, found in many countries. Okay. All right. So that's to give you some background information about cholera.
Cholera.
Okay, had to make sure I was pronouncing it right. Cholera. Okay. All right, getting back to the article again. This comes from NBC News. An advisor. The article says an advisor to the occupied port city's mayor said Tuesday, which is today, that its drinking water has been contaminated by decomposing garbage and corpses, it says, increasing the risk of a cholera outbreak. Okay, the word, and I quote, cholera is not only coming from us now, but inside the city. Okay, this is a quote from Petro Andriy-Yushchenko, okay, who was speaking on the Ukrainian TV. He added that city officials have received information that a nearby Russian city across the border was preparing infectious disease units in the case of a cholera outbreak that could affect Russian troops in Mariupol. Okay. He was also quoted saying that Russian authorities controlling Mariupol were effectively shutting down the city and introducing a self-imposed quarantine. Okay. The situation is quite dangerous. He was also quoted as saying, adding that he hoped the Russians would allow epidemiological experts, whether Ukrainian or international, into the city to help control the situation. Okay. NBC News could not independently confirm his claims. And it looks like they said that the city council actually gave a warning last week that the port on the Azov Sea was on the verge of a spike in infectious diseases. Okay, it said this week that the city was literally drowning in garbage and sewage. My goodness, as its central water supply and sewage systems were down. Summer heat, the article says, has hastened the decomposition. Oh goodness, I don't even want to talk about that. Wow. Okay. So, it basically looks like they're saying that, due to garbage and, decomposing bodies, all of this is contaminating the water there. That's just, I can't even describe that. The World Health Organization, okay, we've talked about them on the channel. The article says they warned last month about the threat of infectious disease outbreaks in Mariupol, citing information from non-governmental organizations that the city's sewage water and drinking water were getting mixed, creating a huge hazard for many infections, including cholera. Okay, they actually, according to the article, here's a quote. It says the risk of a cholera outbreak is high in Mariupol. According to Margaret Harris, who is a spokesperson for the World Health Organization, who told NBC News in an email Tuesday, pointing to a public health analysis published earlier this year. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can pull that up. However, the article says we cannot confirm whether or not there is a current outbreak in the absence of a systematic epidemiological investigation and laboratory testing, PCR confirmation. Okay, what do you all think about this news and information? Again, like I said, you know what was going on during the pandemic. Here we are now. They're talking about monkeypox, and now in this particular area in Ukraine, there are talks and reports of a cholera outbreak. Okay, let's see. So basically, they're saying that, they can't confirm it. They're going to have to do testing. Okay. If you're watching and you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome. I would like to invite you to subscribe. Here on Andrea Speaks TV, I do cover several different topics. I talk about food shortages, water shortages, current events that are happening in the business world, financial world, and I even talk about topics to educate you. So if you would, please do me a favor, like this video, share this video, and also leave me some comments so that I can know your thoughts. Okay, good morning to you, Meta Meaty 7, okay, who said, okay, let's see, Congress declared Ukraine a Nazi state in 2014. You don't have to read the slide. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Wow. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Okay, on the job, working rather, but listening. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in and taking time out of your morning to support the channel. So, here they are. They're saying that because of all the, I guess the damage, maybe effects from, what they call is the war going on between Russia and Ukraine, and the fact that there is so much garbage. They're saying, it's garbage, sewage, that the drinking water is now contaminated. So it makes me ask the question, God forbid I pray nothing like that happens here in the United States, but it just goes to show you how this is another way that people can be sickened through contaminated drinking water. Okay. Wow. Okay, so it really seems like, just based on the reports that, there's a lot that's going on in this area, in this particular area. So I'm definitely going to stay updated on this. It's just a terrible story to report on, but I thought it was one that we need to be aware of. Wow. So do you feel like that this particular area is being used as a place where they can, test and say, okay, well, let's see if we do this to the water, let's see what effect it has on people? Do you think this particular area is being used as a testing ground? Right here in the United States, there were reports, and, the government actually came out and said this, that, they were testing. Did you all know that they were testing, I believe, the wastewater for the particular illness that, was going on during the global pandemic? Were you all aware of that they were actually testing the wastewater? I found that, to be quite alarming and shocking. Why would they do that? What was the purpose of that? Let me see if I can pull up this memo. All right, give me just a second, y'all. Hold on just a second. Okay. Okay, and I went back to an article where they said they actually published a public health analysis. I do see it. They actually say that the start of the crisis was February, March 2014. Escalation was February 24th, 2022. And the typology of crisis, it says, is due to conflict, displacement, and insecurity. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'll keep you updated on this story. Again, whenever I do report, some people may look at it like, okay, Andrea, I don't, we're not in Europe. I'm in the United States, or wherever you're watching from. I do have international viewers, subscribers, supporters. So thank you all so much for your support. But when I do report international news, the reason I do that is to show you, okay, hey, look at what's going on. Look at what's going on in other parts of the world. Who was to say that something like this couldn't happen, wherever you live at? I'm here in America. Who was to say that this isn't a way that, the water is, who was to say that this isn't a way that people, mass amounts of people could be reached? We're living in a time where so much is going on. You know, just so much is going on. But again, I want you to stay encouraged. If you are a person, of strong faith like I am, stay rooted in the word. Be encouraged. Know that everything is going to be okay. All right. Thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel, for supporting the channel. I'm Andrea with Andrea Speaks TV, and I'll be live again soon with more news and commentary you can use. Y'all take care and enjoy the rest of your day.